Hey YouTube, this is KP with KP Details. This is how I got my start with detailing, is detailing my 2013 Scott CR1 Pro. It's an older bike, so it does have the 10 group set. I upgraded my wheels to the Reynolds Assault, and the bike came with all Ultegra components. So first of all, I was out of my regular degreaser, which is like the degreaser 88 that you get from Home Depot. The reason I like it is because it is biodegradable, and typically you'll see, like I'm over grass. So this brush set is something that you can get at Target or your local bike shop. Make sure that on the rear derailleur, you're stretching everything out, moving the chain along so that you can get all the gunk that's really built up in all of the plastic portions, all of the metal portions, just really everywhere that's on the bike that you can get that buildup. Go in with your degreaser and your brush to make sure everything is good. I also did the front of the crankset and also the back end of the crankset. You see me here liberally using that multi-X 10-to-1. And that's really, as far as a cleaner goes, the only cleaner that I'm using on this bike. Next up is cleaning the chain itself. I do not remove the chain to clean it. This is a Park Tools CM 5.2. They now changed it to a 5.3. I don't really know what the difference is, but you can see it has a lot of brushes in there. So it has at least 3 brushes here, and then at the front it actually has a sponge. So you fill it up to the fill line and you move your pedals backwards, and that is cleaning all of the gunk and whatnot off of the chain. I did also spray the chain pretty liberally to make sure that if there was anything in there, I got it off. I'll do this a couple of times because it had been a while since I washed my bike. So rinsed it back out. And I believe on this bike wash, I did it 3 times. Washed off all the excess dirt and whatnot that was there. And then typically I'll just check it with my hand. You can see right there that there was no dried up grease left. And unlike cars where you're not necessarily removing the wheels every single time that I clean my bike, I do remove the front and back wheels. Thankfully, they have a quick release lever, makes it very easy. And just make sure that you don't actually have to take off the entire skewer. Release your brakes, and you're good to go. Next, I'm going to actually clean the bike itself. So everything gets sprayed down with the multi-X, and I just have an old sponge that I've been using for God knows how long, because scratches and whatnot, it's not like with a car. So I only use this on the non-greasy portions. So the brakes, make sure to clean that out just so contaminants and whatnot are not stuck in there. Underneath the frame itself, underneath the saddle, which is the seat that you're sitting on top of the saddle, handlebars, everything gets washed. And then once you're done, you rinse everything off. I am not concerned with water spots on the bicycle. Wheels are the same. I wash both sides, let's say right and left, for lack of a better term. And then also make sure that you wash all of the spokes that are on each wheel. I do live, the canal that you can see behind me is brackish, so I ride in a salty environment, so you just want to make sure that you're not having any salt that's left on it that'll lead to corrosion. Once you're done, you put the wheels back on. And an old bike tech taught me this trick. He said, flip it upside down and put the middle of your chest on the wheel, and so that way it'll center it, and just spin it one time, make sure that it's running smooth, and then you're good to go. Now that the bike is all put back together, you can probably tell that I have a matte finish. So this is a Pedro's Bike Lust silicone polish for matte bikes. I did end up throwing it away after this and bought a muck off matte bike polish. It protects it from the UV rays. Like I said, I live in a brackish environment, so it's protecting it from that also. I use an old microfiber cloth and, polish up the bike. No, I do not put that on the wheels, anywhere on the wheels. The next is to lubricate all of the screws that are on here, whether it's set screws, whatever they are, so that if you do, or when you do go take your bike in to your local bike shop for maintenance, everything is easy to come off. In my rare crank set, I've had some issues, so that's why I make sure that I really do lubricate every single portion of it before I go for a ride. And then this other terry cloth that I use is for all of my greasy areas. So even you can see I did it where the bottle holder is, because I've actually had it, the first road bike that I had, it got stuck in there, just all the years of sweat and whatnot, it gets stuck. Lube up your pedals on your headset, lube everything there. For the lube, I'm using Silca NFS Chain Lube. After I used this lube, I was doing some research online, and it actually changed the way that they want you to lubricate your chain. So here, I believe it said like 1 drop or 12 drops total on the chain. Now it's every single pin for the chain you're actually lubricating it. So next time that I clean the bike, I'll be doing that. So do not put anything on your wheels, because that's how your bike stops. And the new bikes have changed to a disc, so it's a little bit different. But this is my CR1 Pro all cleaned up. Hope you enjoyed. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. You can reach me at info@kpdetails.com.